Okay, I'm going to put the word superficial that's being used by Danelle to rest with this testimony. I'm going to put it to rest. She's describing it in a different way than what it was meant on the stand. She says it's directional. She says, you can say that. You can say that it's something superficial. But I found the testimony that I've been looking for. Okay? About, well, what if the jurors hear that? Okay? I found the testimony that I was looking for, that the doctors that were there, what they meant by superficial. The wound. And I'm going to be done with it. Because I don't like somebody telling me first they didn't say that, and then they meant directional, and then blah, 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 and people tell me, I was talking to somebody earlier today, she described it as superficial, and she's a nurse. She described it as directional, and she's a nurse. Okay? Check this out. The question. This is being asked by the defense. Okay, what I mean by that is superficial is, in effect, many ways, to a medically trained professional, a term of art, meaning that a cut was superficial to a structure, meaning it came to a structure, but it didn't nick or cut that structure. Is that correct? This is the way Danelle explained that word and what it meant. That is the direction where it's at next to a structure, right? This is the way that she went on her TikTok and explained it. So I'm going to read this again. Okay, what I mean by that is superficial is, in effect, many ways, to a medically trained professional, a term of art, meaning that a cut was superficial to a structure, on top of, next to, meaning it came to a structure, but it didn't nick or cut the structure. Is that right? The doctor says, did you say term of art? Well, it's a medical term in some respects. In some respects. When you say, is it not true, doctor, when you say it's superficial to the platysma or superficial to the carotid sheath, that it nicked it and didn't totally obstruct it? That's a different use of the word. Coming from a doctor that was there with Darlie. That's a different use of the word, superficial. When you describe a superficial wound, it means that it is superficial and not deep. A minor wound. You weren't describing it in relation to any structure. You're describing it in relation to the wound itself, which is exactly what I said before I looked up this testimony. Misinformation is what's being spread. Superficial all through this trial had meant minor abrasive wounds, not the direction of it. And when a doctor says, that's a different use of the word superficial. And she's a nurse. Well, there's a doctor. As long as that misinformation is being spread out here, I'm going to be here to give you the facts. I'm not trying to piss anybody off. See, the fact of the matter is you wouldn't be mad at me. You'd be mad at this. The facts. Justice for Devin and Damon.